Hey guys, it's Ashley Bravo, and we are at Uchiko, one of Austin's best Japanese and sushi restaurants. And the owner and chef, Chef Tyson Cole, he does here what I call art on a plate. So I'm here with Tyson Cole. I'm so happy to be here. How are you?
I'm happy to be here too.
Yay, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you very much.
So first I want to talk about really quick, the James Beard Award that you just got.
Yes.
How did you react to that when you won?
I was startled.
Startled?
Yes, I was not expecting to win.
For those that don't know, the James Beard Award is like winning an Oscar, and you won Best Picture.
Right.
Well, tell me really quick about your background. I mean, have you always wanted to know you wanted to be a chef, or do you?
No.
No?
No. You know, I probably had like 20, 30 different jobs. Nothing ever really took.
Okay.
You know, one, because I didn't make any money. Two, because I was trying to go to college. And three, just nothing ever really fit, you know.
Right.
But I got a part-time job at a Japanese restaurant, and that was it.
Is it true that you worked yourself up from a dishwasher to head sushi chef? Is that?
Yes.
That's
well,
incredible.
over time.
Okay. How long were you in Japan?
My sensei took me there for a little under a month.
Okay. Wow. How cool was that? Tell me about that experience.
You know, I worked with 8 Japanese sushi chefs.
Okay.
So I was with Japanese 6 days a week, and I was learning how to speak Japanese.
So you know the language, you know Japanese
Yeah, I
language?
speak Japanese. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's incredible.
Hi.
Okay.
It took a long time.
So let's talk about Uchi and Uchiko, and tell me the philosophy behind it. So you opened up Uchiko first.
The philosophy.
The philosophy.
No, Uchi was first.
Or Uchi was first.
Right.
And Uchi means house
Home.
or home? Okay.
Yeah, both.
Okay. Tell me about, I mean, how did you come up with the name? How did you come up with the philosophy? The way that you know.
Well, the idea was, you know, again, going back to that sushi roll experience,
Yeah.
I saw value in taking that experience, and if I could replicate that to every seat in a restaurant, that was the goal. So if I had a staff of people that were as knowledgeable as I was about sushi, then if people came in, they could have that same type of experience.
Yeah.
And they could lead them through the sushi meal,
Yeah.
right? Which are things that you wanted to have, that you've had before, things that you never tried, and maybe even something that's surprising you to push you one step past it.
Right.
Because sushi to me is this ongoing education,
Yeah.
especially in America, you know? So I wanted a place like that, and I wanted creative freedom. I wanted to be able to do whatever the hell I wanted to do, with food-wise, right? Let me, you know. So
Yeah.
the idea was be creative, make great sushi, define the experience for the guest, and then I guess the real tipping point was with the concept was making it an Austin restaurant, which means it's very accessible, casual,
Yeah.
come in wearing anything pretty much, and the menu was also very user-friendly, and I created dishes that I thought were easier for the American palate to
Yeah.
dive into, you know, almost a segue into sushi.
You're so good at that.
That's what I kind of try to
Yeah.
do.
And then tell me about Uchiko. This is on your website. It says like a farm, like a Japanese farmhouse. Is that
Farmhouse
sort of
dining.
farmhouse dining?
That's sort of the aesthetic we were going
Aesthetic.
for. Obviously, it's not a farmhouse, but
Yeah. Did you have some design
I
in
had
this and
a
some say?
lot. Me and Michael Shoes, my architect and designer,
I love
he
him.
and I worked side by side for like
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
The thinking was for it to shadow the cuisine, my food.
Okay.
So the materials in the space here are all about simple, crafted.
Yeah.
Everything having a purpose. And so we looked at the materials and said, what can we use that's green and what can we use that's, we also want it to be very, not feel too big, somewhat cozy,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
You know, comfortable, inviting. So we broke this space into 4 different areas. And then the thinking was taking that and having the experience translate to each space, basically.
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
with
Yeah.
the food.
That's great. But you know what you're so good at is somebody like me. I'll see that on your menu you've got Fuji apples. Okay, check. Know what that is. Goat cheese. Check. And then you'll pair that with a fish that I don't know.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now I'm intrigued, and I happen to be, and I love sushi, so
Right.
it's easy for me to come in and eat, you know, at your places. But I just love that you do that. You give somebody an experience that, you know, all of a sudden now I taste something new that I'm, like you said, you do a little bit of familiar
Yeah.
with a little bit of unfamiliar.
Right.
And it really, it's incredible. It's incredible.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So let's talk about Austin in general. I think, why did you choose Austin? I guess, you know, why did you think that 2 sushi restaurants were going to work? And they obviously do, but what was your thinking behind that?
You know, I came here to go to college. That's why it was Austin.
Okay.
I didn't have this vision of sushi in Austin
Yeah.
from a long time ago. It was
Okay.
just kind of, I was already here. However, you know, I moved here in the early 90s. I think there was 1 sushi bar. And
Wow.
I think now there's like 70.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing. So even when I left Musashino in 2002
Yeah.
to open Uchi, my sensei is like, don't do it. There's too many sushi bars already. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's true, but not like what I'm going to do. That was my thinking, you know?
Great.
So thank God I did it,
Yeah.
you know? But I think that the really cool thing is that where Austin's come in the last 10 years, but even more the last 5 years,
Yeah.
it's really, it's maturing, it's growing up. It's
Absolutely.
evolving into this city that it was trying to become, but
Yeah.
it was always fighting against this like minutia of old Austin and the Texasness of it,
Yeah.
you know. But now there's this real push from this influx of people moving here
Yeah.
from all over the planet,
Yeah.
mostly in the United States, but the West Coast, East Coast. If you walk through this restaurant tonight, for example, every other table is somebody just moved here, it's visiting,
Yep.
you know, and so that talent to me is amazing, and it's really the energy that's Austin now.
Yes.
And so to have the fortune to be here,
Yeah.
you know,
Now, you played a key role in thank you for getting the Austin Food and Wine Festival, right? So we're going to have that, is it
Yes, for sure.
next June, right?
I think it's late April next year.
Oh, late April?
Yeah,
Okay.
late
awesome.
April.
How did that come to play? I mean, that's incredible.
You know, there was the Texas Hill Country Food and Wine Festival had been around for 25 years.
Yeah.
And it integrated a lot of wine components, a lot of the Hill Country, obviously. And I went to a few of their meetings, and I just felt like it was time for Austin to have its own food festival.
Yes.
You know, separate from that.
Yes.
And so I started talking to people in town, and then I met with the people at C3
Okay.
that they do Austin City Limits ACL
Yep,
Festival.
yep.
And it's almost serendipitous timing because in the last 3 or 4 years, they've done very huge food events connected to the music events. So there's food at ACL, they bought Lollapalooza, there's food at Lollapalooza.
Okay.
And so they were already thinking, we should do a food event.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it was like perfect timing. They were like, you want to do a food event? And we kind of like, great, you know?
Yeah.
And so we called Food Wine Magazine, and they were all about it. And so it looks like they'll most likely sponsor it.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
and the cool thing is the music component, obviously. So
I know.
there's no really great food festivals that have music together, right?
Right, right.
So it should
I
be
know.
amazing.
Oh, I'm so excited for it. Thank you again for that. Okay, so let's talk about one of my favorite things here. Let's talk about your cookbook.
Sweet.
First of all, I love the gills.
Yes.
I love that. Did you come up with that idea?
Actually, the Pentagram that designed the book
Yeah.
came up with the idea.
I love that.
Yeah, we did about 8 or 9 different covers, and this ended up being the winner.
Okay. And I love that you talk about in your book the Sushi 101 for people that just, you know, that don't know, like
Yeah.
my father.
My
my
that was an
great father
important part
doesn't.
to me, really
Yeah.
important part.
Yeah.
Because there's no way for people to know that stuff,
No.
you know?
No.
So rewinding back to where we started, being an American
Yeah.
that grew up here,
Yeah.
having that ability to translate all these things I learned from the Japanese about sushi to everybody else is a great idea to do a book,
Right.
right?
Right.
And so even my last job, we would always talk about, let's make a list of all these things for all these customers to know. Or then we call them customers, now I call them guests.
Good.
That way they would, not only would they appreciate the product more and know how to eat it,
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
but they would kind of get a basis to start from, you know?
Right. Right.
So we always talk about doing that list. So that's why when we decided to do a book, I'm like, I have to do that Sushi 101 list in the book.
You're going to have a book tour soon, right?
Yeah.
When is that happening? And
Probably sometime late fall,
okay,
winter time.
cool,
Yeah.
awesome.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, you do, and that's the other thing.
Yeah.
You're so amazing with how you hire your staff from, from the moment you walk in the door, the hostess,
Yeah.
amazing, and then when I've eaten here the couple times that I have, the servers are very knowledgeable and so friendly, and you want them to sit down with you and have dinner with you. They're so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obviously another talent of yours.
Well,
is
that's
to hire.
You're only
Well,
as good as your people. You know?
Right, yeah.
So to get those people, you have to spend a lot of time, effort, and money on hiring.
Yeah.
And so we hire nationwide. We have headhunters. We hire within
okay.
the city. We do Skype interviews. Our interview process is lengthy.
That's great.
Everybody signs off, like every GM, director of operations, both owners, every person that works here, we have all met, gone through the whole process. You know what I mean? So
Very
it's
cool.
our culture. The
Yeah.
culture is the most important thing.
Yeah.
You know? And
And
so
you can tell they want to be here and they love what they do,
that's the key. You know?
and that's
Because life is too short to not be surrounded by like-minded people.
really quick. Where can people get your cookbook? On your website?
Uchi Cookbook on the uchiawesome.com.
Okay.
Or Amazon.com.
Okay.
Or any local bookstore
Any
or
local
Barnes
bookstore.
and Noble, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Now you're not really on the line per se anymore, right? Are you?
No, I'm like the chef.
Okay, so you're sort of.
So all the dishes we come up with, I'm part of the creative process.
Okay.
And then I'm part of the process as we refine it.
Yeah.
And then as we make it and try it and taste it, I'm part of that process. And then once it gets to the final product, I'm the one that signs off and says, ready to go.
Yeah.
And I say, are you gonna be able to get these peaches for the next week? Are you gonna be able, it's all meetings and discussions. But once we're open for business for the customers,
Yeah.
for the guests, I'm here seeing every plate go out, tasting everything,
Yeah.
and on the floor too. And that way I can kind of, like tonight for example, I'll probably have 5 or 6 tables, like a server.
Okay.
Not that I'm taking their orders.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'll kind of control their experience.
Okay. I love that.
And
You
so
do
I'll
that.
fire random things
Okay.
for them to try.
I see.
So one of the cool things about both restaurants, Uchi and Uchiko, is we don't spend any money on advertising, no money on marketing, but we run about almost a 9% level of comps. Comps are basically gift cards, which we give a lot away.
Okay.
Because we feel like if we give you a gift card, you're going to come here, you'll
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
And the rest of the comps are all free food. So tonight, I'll probably give away 30 free dishes, maybe 40,
Okay.
you know? Yeah.
First of all, I think people are blown away, like I said, the moment they walk in and they get the service.
Yeah.
So the service alone, and then of course they taste your art on a plate. What's the biggest compliment that a guest can give you? I mean, other than
Biggest compliment?
Yeah, I mean, what would be something that so somebody that walks in that doesn't know sushi,
Right.
what's something that like that's probably a passion of yours, is to change somebody's heart a little bit or change their
Right.
ways. And
I mean, to me, the biggest compliment is when I get somebody that changes over.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
they
Hardcore. It's usually people in
Or
an older
skeptical.
demographic, from
Yeah.
45 to 60,
Okay.
that wouldn't touch sushi, don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They call it bait or whatever. You know what I mean? Those
Bait.
people,
I love it.
when they tell me, "My God, I cannot believe you got me to try sushi. I don't know why I didn't try
Yeah.
it before in my life.
yeah,
I can't wait to come back again."
that's when you
That's
go.
the biggest compliment.
Yay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think if you have never tasted sushi before, if you've not been to Uchiko and Uchi, boy, you are missing out. You have got to come down here. Chef Tyson Cole is always constantly working and walking around, so you'll get the top-notch treatment. And congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
So awesome. Nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you.